afternoon. Sorry about the wind noise today. I'm gonna have to get me one of them fancy cameras with one of them noise canceling things. This is Steve Thompson and Randy Mercer on another walk around and drive today. And as usual, we're trying to hurry up because we got a storm heading our way. But we've got a 1978 Mercury Grand Marquis. We actually just purchased this from the original family. The son sold it to us. It was his father's car, who had bought it brand new. Cherished this car. I've been following that car for a long time. And the truth of the matter is, I actually had every intention of keeping this car for myself. And like anything else, I'm a car nut. And since then, we had to put, they put a new radiator in it. And hoses and stuff. And, you know, they really kept the car really nice. I asked the family if it had ever been in any accidents or anything, and absolutely not. All the chrome's absolutely beautiful. Of course, it's been Randyized, and they always look absolutely fantastic when he's done with them. It looked good when we got it, but it looks great now. We did just put 4 new tires on it, 4 new white walls. And as I'm going back, I jump around all the time, everybody knows that. As soon as we got it, we realized that somebody had put when they had put a new radiator in it, and people aren't familiar with these old cars, they think a radiator's a radiator. They had put a 2-core radiator in this, with this 460. A 2-core radiator absolutely will not cool this thing. So, last night, Randy and I, which was amazing. The fact is, I'm going to do a little plug. There was a place we found that actually had this 3-core radiator in stock. And these people were absolutely amazing. And I won't say their name, but it was obviously had to do with radiators. And there was Express in there. And it literally showed up within 23 hours of ordering it. Of course, it's had a water pump. They had done that. The previous owner, the original owner, did that. But this car runs and drives. Everything works absolutely perfect on it. I believe they'd even put a fan clutch on it. I don't believe that's the original one. And how many miles this car got on it, Randy?
47,000.
Yeah, 47,000 miles. And we always look, this is the original insulation pad. And we always look at that to make sure there's been no mice. And there is absolutely no indication there's ever been any mice in this car. And I know it was garage cam, obviously. But just look how nice it is. This wind is just horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, but it's not raining, Randy says. We're doing good. Let's pop the trunk and then we'll do the interior. And it does have an interior trunk release. But there's the trunk, all in good shape. Everything's nice. Now, I'm not going to pull up that. No, that stuff's like glued down. It does have the original spare in it, and the spare has been on the ground. A lot of times we'll get them and the spare was never on the ground. This one has been on the ground. But the lips of the trunk, everything on this car, there is no rust. We had it on the rack, obviously. Underneath side of the thing is absolutely beautiful. It does have, which if I'm right, I'm gonna double check this. There's your federal ID sticker. But back in the day, they'd put you could get stone guard, and I mean it really does save them. And the front mud flaps are doing a heck of a good job. Just a wee little bit of, and that would be right where the seat belt hangs. There's just a little bit of black coming through there before this was coated. And even the guy told me can't understand it. I've seen cars do this, especially red. This would not even be in contact with the sun that much, but this lower carpeting has faded, and he had disclosed that. Very nice gentleman had this, and I really feel guilty because I told him that I wanted to keep it, but at the same time, we always make sure it's in the hands of the right person, because let's face it, folks, not just anybody's going to spend the kind of money that these cars bring and demand and not take care of them and love them and cherish them. And I really believe in that. Anybody that's taken care of something like this many years, I mean, they've really loved the car. Headliner's perfect in it. Stitching staying in good. My old black 78 Marquis, I know the stitching started coming out, but of course it had 140,000 miles on it. I drove it every day except for in the wintertime with the salt.
Yeah, this has got what? I guess it's 48,547.
Yeah. Yeah, 48,547. And of course it's got power antenna, radio or stereo works good, AC works good. And I think now, because we are trying to beat the rain, the vinyl top is in extremely nice shape. Randy, did you, when you was working on this, was there any place bad on it at all?
No, this one had nothing.
No, that's the other. Mark had
The Mark had a little place.
It was starting to shrink a little bit.
This one is perfect.
Yeah, we just bought a 78 Mark from a really good friend of ours that's kind of letting go some of his inventory, and
This one doesn't even have the
no, this looks good.
rust or nothing.
Yep. Okay, well, let's go do a driving video and get this thing put away before the rain gets here. Don't forget your seat belt. Actually, we're getting better at this. And I really like the velour interior in this thing. Just starts right up,
Oh, yeah,
and
it starts right up.
which is amazing, because this is, well, it's not amazing. I was talking about Adam from Rare Classic Cars, and he'll tell you all about these carburetors, which we've known for several years ourselves.
Yeah.
They can be quite cantankerous, but when you get a good one, you're usually pretty good shape.
Yeah, this is a good one.
And we got lucky on the one we bought yesterday, 78 Mark. I think it's got about the same miles in it. It's got like 47,000 miles on it. But it's quite the nice car, and Jim really took good care of it. He takes really good care of all his cars. Smooth as silk, and boy, those new tires sure feel good, don't they?
Oh my!
This thing still had a couple of its original tires on it.
They were a little shaky driving on.
Well,
yeah, these tires made a huge difference in this.
And we were very careful when we had this thing transported in, and as soon as he got there, we wanted to get it up to Randy's. We went down to put some non-ethanol high-priced fuel in it, and I don't think I did over 25 or 30 mile an hour, did I? Because I was worried about one of them tires blowing and tearing up the car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that feels better.
Yeah, it's got a good air conditioner. These tires,
Smooth as silk.
tires made a big difference.
But like we always talk about being honest, what we were talking about earlier, because you drove the Mark back today from the shop.
Yep.
You drove the Mark back, and what's the first thing you said?
Definitely a difference driving that Mark. It's
just a fact.
Yep.
It's just a fact. I love the Grand Marquis.
Yeah. They're both nice riding cars, Green, but the Mark is just
nothing like
a different experience driving it than this one.
Yep, doesn't take away anything from this car.
Because they both run great.
And they both have a great ride. It's just that Mark, though, is like the ultimate. You know, it always makes me mad when everybody says, oh, that thing rides like a Cadillac. You know, what's wrong with saying, hey, that thing rides like a Lincoln? You know? Every time I turn around, I actually had somebody driving a Lincoln say, man, that thing rides like a Cadillac. Well, okay. Anyway, we're going to go put this thing away. And the only thing we can tell you is if you're interested in this vehicle Amy's got lots and lots of pictures, and we have went through everything we can think of to check, make sure it's working right.
That, and we can get some underneath pictures.
Yeah, we can get. We'll
Did we
get
some of them yet, or?
No, we didn't get any underneath, but we'll get some underneath pictures that she can add.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
but yeah, it's solid. There's no
yeah.
rust on the frame, the lines.
Underneath's great.
And that's the other thing. We replaced all the rubber hoses, you know, as far as the fuel system, and made sure all that was good and safe. And going to hold up for a long time.
Yeah, this one I think you could just jump in and head to California and if you wanted to. I'd trust it.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, anyway, go to ThompsonFamilyMotors.com. Our direct line is 740-685-0322. Everyone stay safe and have a wonderful day.